Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining me for another day in my life. As you can see behind me, we're no longer in the beautiful country of Indonesia. Instead, we're back here in England. You probably noticed that when you didn't see that luxury apartment behind me, and I missed it so much already. But today, because we're in England, my wife's always saying to me, Iman's always saying to me, can we go out and see, the beauty of England? And usually I'm like, it's just England, it's boring for me. But today, I've decided I'm going to take her on a little mini hike or a little trail and give her a taste of England. And there's no better taste in England than blue fish and chips, so we're definitely going to go and have some fish and chips. But anyway, since I've got back from Indonesia, we've actually moved. So that's why I've been really busy lately. The videos have been a little bit delayed, so my fault. We've already started to add some things in and settle in. One of the first things is this world map. We've started pinning up where we've actually visited. We bought this absolute monster of a TV, which looked small in the shop, and then we put it up and it was like a cinema screen. It's absolutely huge. I bought this wall mount, which says it's for 26 to 70 inch. This is 55, and it didn't even really fit. So that was a waste of 25 quid, and now I can't do anything with that. So if anyone wants it, then you can have it. And Iman set up a little beauty station here. And I've set up a little station as well where I'm going to play Xbox now and then, but mainly sit and edit these videos. Right, we've started the little hike. Right, is a hike where you walk up a mountain or is a hike where you just go on a walk? Because I thought a walk is a trail and a hike is a mountain, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, surprisingly, as you can tell around me, England has some bloody good weather for once. For once, it's not raining. I always say this, if you want to see the best of England, the best of the UK, you need to come in the summer, because anything before June, it is miserable in England. But anything after June is pretty alright. Between June, August, so you got June, July, August, basically. Those 3 months, England is actually probably one of the most beautiful countries in the world, in my opinion. But anything outside of those months, it is grey and ugly. Something that I genuinely miss when I'm travelling about England is the corner shops. The choice of drinks are just insane. Like in Indonesia, the one thing I didn't like was the fact that if I wanted to get like an energy drink, all they had was Red Bull. Now look in England, many energy drinks. Maybe that's not a good thing because it builds a bad habit. Also, alhamdulillah, I feel like it's getting so much easier and easier to find halal food now. Like, it's pretty much every shop you go in, you can find something that's halal, which is such a blessing, man. Even the sandwiches here are halal as well. 3-4 years ago in England, you probably just would not find halal sandwiches like that in a shop. So times are changing, life's getting easier. Alhamdulillah. What are you getting? Hello. These drinks are dead weird, honestly. They have like big chunks of fruit in them. Is it fruit or is it jelly? It's like jelly.
This one is aloe vera.
Oh, it's like a fruit jelly inside. So when you drink it, you're like swallowing these big chunks of jelly.
This is not a big chunk. This is a little ones.
Shwee. Okay, the place we were going to go was that way, but now we're going to go this way because there is a halal fish and chip shop. Now, people always used to say to me, do you not miss eating like sausage and chorizo? And I'll be honest, there was at one point when I first became Muslim where I was like, to be honest, yeah, I do. But now, as I just mentioned, it's so much easier to find halal food now, especially where I live, that we buy halal chorizo so easily now, literally like a 2-minute walk from the house. And the fish and chip shops, most of them now are halal. So we're in business. We're going to take a nice long walk up here where there's loads of turn-offs, loads of forests, loads of lakes. It's really beautiful, so I'll show you that in just a minute. But I've thrown on these old beaters that I wore in Poland. I've not worn them since I went to Poland, which was, I think it was like December time. And I know that because they had a massive stain down the side of them from being in the go-karts. But I forgot that these shoes actually give me blisters on the back of my foot. So I need to go buy a plaster because my feet right now are sore. And I've still got like maybe an hour or 2 of walking. So I'm gonna head now and get a plaster. Oh, look at that British welcome. Honestly, everywhere we go, every single place, you see this probably in every video, in fact.
Please place the item.
So before anyone comments, Lidl's boycott, I needed to get some bloody plasters. My feet are sore as open. There's no other shops around here, so give me leeway on that one, please. And that's why my shoes have been cheese grating me, because look, the back's all worn out. These are old, to be fair. They're just beaters. I just thought I'd throw on because obviously we're going to be going into some real dirty, swampy areas. I promise you, I'm not just saying this because I'm English, right? Because when it comes to being harsh on England, I'll be the first one to say it. But this is something that makes England, I think, so special, is the fact that you have these little plots of like lakes, nature, all free, by the way, free of entry. Not like some places where they're charging you like, I don't know, £5 to go in when you're on holiday. I never understand that. Like when you're in another country and they charge you to go into these like nature reserve areas. I get it. They need maintenance, you know. Someone's got to take care of all this and someone's got to get paid for it. But why should people who don't have money suffer? Why are they not able to enjoy these finer things in life, you know? These are the beautiful things I like about England. It's another reason as well. I don't like to live in a major city. I live quite far out of Nottingham. I'd say it's more like Nottinghamshire, where it's just very naturey, very relaxed, and I feel like it's perfect balance for me as well, you know. When I'm travelling, life is chaotic, man. I come home exhausted most of the time from running around these cities and villages and back streets, and then I get to come home to this beautiful summery England. But don't get me wrong, when I come home in winter, it's just depression, pure depression, because it is so grey, miserable, and you would not want to come here. Oh, Iman.
Yeah.
This is a special place for us, I just remembered. So this place is actually called Martin's Pond. So why is this place special?
Because this is my first walk in England here.
Yeah, the first ever walk that we took in England when Iman came here just over a year ago was to this very spot, the very location. But it was, like I said, it was in the middle of winter, so it looked bloody awful.
Very different.
It looks way different in the summer, and this is our first time back as well. Look at, whoa! I think a dog's just gone for the ducks over there.
Really?
Yeah, a dog just chased the ducks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Not
gosh.
nice.
That's not nice. That's just dogs though, they're like that. Okay, it might be biased because I'm English, so luckily we've got a fabulous Moroccan model here. So, right, you can back it. England in summer, different level, innit?
Yeah, it's very beautiful and shiny.
Because you've travelled quite a bit now as well since you've moved here, so you can even say...
You know, the nature is beautiful in England,
Yeah.
but it's more beautiful when it's
Summer.
sunny.
Because,
Summer.
look...
Because you can see the beauty of the nature more
Exactly.
than-
And it's all free as well, which is good,
Yeah.
innit? But most of the year, it don't look like this. War 3's about to kick off here. Hello, doggy. Hello. I know I probably shouldn't have stroked that dog because I swear the little saliva on it went on my hand, so I'm going to have to wash my hand in a minute. But the dogs are so different, man. Like, you know, some places you go, the dogs are like mega feral. Like, Iman was telling me a story the other day about how when she lived in her village in Morocco, the dogs were like so feral that you'd have to run away from them, or you'd just be scared to even cross near them because they were like super feral. Whereas obviously the dogs in like most of Europe are like household pets, so they're not really feral around. Oh, look at that now. So this lake here, right, when I was at school, everyone used to come here in the summer and people used to actually jump in and try and swim in this lake, but you should never jump in this lake because the bacteria, I swear, is going to make you mega ill. It does look tempting though. Be honest, are you going to jump in?
No.
Are you sure?
No. I don't jump in the pool.
True. Part of me just kind of want to jump in. Yo, it's hissing.
Yeah, she said.
He's saying,
"Get
you better
away."
back up, boy. But I kind of want to go closer. No, I'm not going to do that. So the lake that we were just at is just over there, and then there's like a little walkway where I've seen a lot of people walking. To be fair, I know this area well. I don't even need to pretend like, oh yeah, I just found this little slipway and then we've ended up in a forest. No, I already know this area really well. Like I said, my school was not far from here when I grew up, so this place is really familiar for me. Like, I used to come for walks here every summer with my friends. We used to come out every single day and just explore this area. It feels kind of nostalgic to be here, to be honest. Life when you're young, yeah, is so beautiful and so peaceful when you're a kid, especially at like high school time, right? When you've got all your friends, you've got a little bit of money to go out and enjoy yourself. I think that as you get older, you lose that. You lose that sense of like being out in the nature, like that kind of like peaceful life, and life becomes a bit too hectic. Like, you know, you're either working or you're just laying down watching Netflix. That's how life sort of become for me anyway. When I'm not traveling, I'm just working or resting and editing. So it's nice to get out in England. Like I said, I haven't really been out much since I've been here. I just do those three things. So it feels nostalgic and it feels nice to be out. Mashallah. I'm not talking about the forest. Mashallah, this house here, I used to walk past it all the time with my mates when I was a kid. And I said, one day, we'll buy a house like that. Fortunately, still haven't bought that house, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe, help me out. No, but seriously, if you are enjoying the video, please do drop a like and subscribe, because it really does help. And maybe one day, just maybe, we'll be living in a gaff like that. Honestly, that, mashallah, whoever bought that house, you've done very well, mate. Mashallah. This area, by the way, is probably one of the most expensive areas that is around us. And you know something else, actually? Other than a house, well, I've always wanted to live in an apartment. I've never really bothered about housing. But bungalows, I think these are so beautiful. It's just like a one-level house, but just so much more convenient. And I just think they look so nice. Wait, let me ask you a question real quick, right?
Yes, maybe?
So, before you moved to England,
Yeah.
you know, like, in Morocco and stuff like that, a lot of people just think England is just London, innit?
Yeah, like the face of England is always
It's just London. People just think of London.
They will never think about any city. Just people that watch football, they know that there is cities. Like
Yeah, exactly. Every time I travel and I say I'm from England, they always say to me, oh, Manchester, London. There's like the only two people know, Manchester United and London, because obviously it's capital and most people just see it for London. So I think it's nice to see like these little areas, you know, that are so far from London, but so beautiful. How do you say beautiful in Arabic again? Zouina! Zouin! We've arrived now at the fish and chip shop. We've packed a little blanket to go and have a little picnic, so let's get some food from here and then head over there for our picnic. Also, it has big halal sign. Halal. Assalamu alaikum. Could we please get 2 battered sausages, large? We want a large fish, please, if that's alright. A large fish, and then 1 chips for us. Haddock, I mean cod, sorry, cod, please, yeah. And then 1 medium chips to share, please. That'll be it, thanks. Oh, and tartar sauce as well, please.
This one.
Yeah, we'll take a tartar sauce as well, please. How many? 2?
2, please.
2 tartar sauce as well, please.
Is everything, yeah?
That's everything, thank you so much. Oh, that's a really good price. Only how much? £15 basically.
Yeah.
That's
For
amazing.
everything.
And he's gonna fresh batter the fish for us now. Nice. So as you saw, we got 2 battered sausages, a large fish, a chips, and 2 sauces, and it was only like £14.50, which, by the way, is insane. That is actually really cheap for 2 people to eat for £14.50. That's pretty nuts. Whilst we wait for our delicious fresh fish, I'm so excited. We chose cod as well, which is my favourite fish. We're just going to pop into the local corner shop and grab another drink. Yeah, this new Monster is literally my favourite new Monster. It tastes so good, this one. What drink are you getting?
Maybe iced tea?
Oh, raspberry iced tea. Look, even a small corner shop like this one has so many drink choice, man. I love it. It's one of the only things I actually do like about England, actually, is the fact that there's just so much choice, man. Sandwiches ready. Hi, just those 2, please. Oh, I've not got my phone out. Tap my card. Cheers, brother. Thank you so much. So this shop also has like lunchtime meal deals where you can get burger, chips and a drink with doner kebab, or you can get wings and stuff for a good price, to be honest. And I always think that you should support these good Muslim businesses. This one is called the Crown Fish Bar. Obviously it says it's halal on the window there. But I think it's so important to support these businesses because I see so many of these open and close all the time. They give good prices, the food is usually good, and they still close. So if you're ever in Nottingham, then try and support this little local business. The guy was nice as well, to be fair. But the real question is, how does the bloody food taste? Come on. I've come to a uni campus now. I think most uni campuses, especially in Nottingham anyway, are just like, they're so aesthetic and beautiful. I feel like all the money of Nottingham comes from students, so they put all the money back into student, like, what's called campuses anyway. So yeah, there's a nice little field down here with a tennis court on it. There's cafes all along here, shops, and obviously we're going to sit and eat the fish and chips on the grass, which is like picnic style.
Yeah. Oh, you filming?
Yeah.
I just forgot that you filming.
You thought I was just walking and narrating life.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, there is a campus over here. I'm not sure if the uni year is finished or not, but it seems pretty dead on this campus, to be real with you. And usually in summer this place is packed. So I don't know if they've gone home, or I don't know what the situation is, but there's a nice little lake over there which we could sit by but the sun is blazing hot. Like, it is so hot today. 25 degrees in England. It feels like 30, 40 degrees elsewhere. So we're going to sit over that little spot there under the tree and perch down for some food. Oh, this place, right? COVID times was like packed with people. I know we were meant to be like social distancing, but you could meet up with like 2 people, friend-wise, and everyone did it and came here, and this place was so busy. Like, I can't even explain how busy it was. But it's dead. This is what I mean. I'm sure there's no students here because it is dead. This is a nice spot. Good choice. Now this is the setup we've got going on. We've got a perfect little spot in the shade. Look, not too much sun. Thankfully the sun is like up this way, so perfect spot. And shout out to Qatar, because this is actually from a Qatar flight that we had. We knew we had to get the coach and it was like quite a cold day, so we grabbed this on the way back from Indonesia. I think did we get this on the way back from Indonesia? Yeah, we did. So brought this on the way back from Indonesia, Qatar blanket to sit on.
This one from your trip to Pakistan. This one
La.
yours is downstairs.
It's not, because I flew with Etihad.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Okay, crack open the food then, let's see it. English fish and chips. You might have your little national dish of tagine and couscous, but we've got fish and chips and battered sausage. Eat your heart out. I'm not sure what meat the sausage is. If I had to guess, it's probably like chicken sausage, but oh, you can't beat a battered sausage. We got salt and vinegar on it as well, of course. You can't have fish and chips without salt and vinegar. Already though, I don't like this kind of batter where it's dead thick. I prefer thin and crispy. So it depends which fish and chip shop you go, but let's try it anyway. We have got tartar sauce, which you're meant to eat with it, but I'm just going to try it without anyway, see if it's tasty. Bismillah.
Oh, you can do it, baby.
That's alright. Like I said, that kind of batter though, not a fan of that thick batter. It just soaks up all the oil, man. Like, you need to, you see how with the battered sausage, yeah, it's got that, listen, mega crispy, thin and crispy. This is what fish needs, man, thin and crispy, because when you have it like this, it just goes so soggy. Actually, I've not even tried one of the chips. Chippy chips. Yeah, bit of tartar sauce on there as well. Bismillah. That's banging. That is banging. The chips, proper chippy chips. 10 out of 10 for them. Originally, these are actually pork. Like the proper one at normal chippies if it's not halal. These are actually meant to be pork sausage, but obviously if it's halal, it's more likely to be chicken. Let's try. Big old glizzy dog. Dip that bad boy in there right there. That's a monster. Bismillah. There's no right way of eating this without it looking weird, man. Look at it. Okay, Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. That is unreal. Maybe the fish let me down a little bit, but the battered sausage never lets me down. I'm definitely not going to film you eating it because it will just look weird. But what do you think of that? That's 10 out of 10, isn't it? That's some real chippy business. Ooh, okay. Maybe I just got a bad piece of the fish.
This one is crispy. I told you.
That's so much better. I think I just got a bad bit because that tastes really banging. Very crispy. Bit oily though, to be honest. Obviously it's fried, but a bit too oily. The picnic is now finished and we're just going to take a little stroll back. Like I said, this was meant to be a trail, a hike or whatever, but I think we're going to end up just getting like a taxi back or something because I feel so full after that fish. But this place has actually got a cafe if you want to just sit, chill in the shade and get yourself some food over there. A nice little view of the lake. But yeah, I'm feeling so heavy after eating that fish. Like fish, battered fish anyway, is extremely heavy on your stomach, so definitely gonna have to find an alternative to get home because the walk back is probably about an hour, so a bit rough. How'd you enjoy the food, Baba Wiz?
It was good.
Yeah, so good. Did you just say they eat people?
No, the people eat the dogs. This kind of dogs. This one.
I don't know.
This is the one that.
I feel like my brain's just completely died. I don't actually know. I don't think people eat them.
Oh, sometimes you find a dog in a menu. Actually, they mean this.
I don't think they mean this, to be honest. Especially not these ones or anything like this, because these are part of like the nature.
Oh, so this
They're
is-
protected basically, so there's no way anyone would
Sure.
come and hunt it and you'd have it on your menu for dinner. I'm not sure if that's the kind of duck that they put on the menu. My knowledge for this stuff, honestly, at school I never paid attention to this kind of stuff. I wish I did, but I couldn't even tell you if that is a duck that you can eat. You know, in Morocco, do they eat the pigeons?
What's
In Egypt,
pigeon?
they eat pigeon. You know, you know that little grey bird that runs around everywhere around the city?
The white one.
Grey and white, yeah.
No, we don't eat that one.
Oh.
It's protected in Morocco.
Oh.
The pigeon is protected in
Yeah,
Morocco.
here in England as well, if you were to eat the pigeon, people would be like, that is disgusting. Like, there used to always be a joke, in fact, that if you went to a cheap chicken shop, fried chicken shop, a cheap one,
The famous
then
thing...
people would say it was pigeon. So, yeah, you don't eat pigeon in England. But in Egypt, they love pigeon. Okay, we're back home now, and I recently saw this viral video that's just behind me here. I'm going to show you in a second, but it's basically a video that's gone viral about the pastors in America. Not pastor like Tagliatelle, the pastors that are basically like the leaders of the church. It's about religion, this video, and I found it quite interesting because in the video he shows that he goes to these churches, right, and the pastors, the leaders of the church, are like, if you want to get closer to God, even if you have no money, give us the money, and that way God will enrich you. Being rich is a blessing from God, and if you want that blessing, you need to give all your money to the church, right? But the way they do it is they actually take the money and then go and buy private jets and then enrich their own lives basically with that money. So it's hella corrupt, right? Alhamdulillah to be a Muslim, because we have zakat, right? So we pay like 2.5% of our earnings in charity, but we get to choose where that money goes, right? We're not told, oh, you need to give that money to the mosque and then the imam at the mosque takes the money and spends it. No, that's not how it works. Probably does happen some places though, I'll admit it. Like, Muslims are not perfect, but Islam is. So some things like that do happen. If you did want to go and watch it, this was the video by Tyler Oliveira, I think his name is. And this guy's face is so familiar. This guy has made hundreds of millions selling books about how you can basically get rich by buying his books and giving money to his church. So it's mega corrupt. Now, I'm not saying this is all Christians either. Like, it happens in every religion, I'm sure. It's just bad people within the religion. But I was watching it the other day and I was like, this is nuts. And it paints such a bad image for Christianity. But obviously it's not all Christianity. I just want to clarify on that. So I'll be real with you, right? On my last trip, when we went to the Maldives, I thought that the Maldives would be the one like video series I did that just didn't get views. I really didn't think it would do that well, but it was my mum's dream at the time, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go because it's her dream. I don't care about like the YouTube side of it, but it actually did the best. And I have some friends that are in the Maldives right now, and they just sent me this video, so I'm not entirely sure if they're at Hura or not. I just sent them a message, but they sent me these kids in the Maldives. Look. That's actually so cute. It's actually like made my day seeing that video. Like, the kids in the Maldives were like so lovely, man. Like, when I went to the mosque, they always came and like chatted to me. I said this in the videos, like, they were so nice, and all of them were watching the videos and stuff. So it just makes me so happy that my friend sent me that video just now. Shout out to the Maldives, man. That place was amazing.